times I find myself battling with a lot of things internally, you know what I'm saying?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Overflow. Today I'm Joseph, hanging out with hip-hop recording artist Chris of Level 316, which is a group that's a part of the Cross Movement Records label. Chris, one of your songs is called Tell 'Em, and I just wondered why you wrote the song, what the inspiration was, kind of what's behind that particular cut on your album.
I had a lot of my own things going on in my life, and those things kind of discouraged me from being bold and going out and sharing my faith. So the song pretty much describes like this internal battle that I have going on. Like, I want to do this good, I want to reach my campus, but I'm allowing myself to be held back by my personal struggles, and not allowing the grace of God to do His work in my life. And, so it came from a very real place.
I'm supposed to go and tell the world about the Christ when I'm struggling within myself and I ain't even right. Yeah, that's true, but remember Christ paid the price for sin, that's right? True. Yeah, but every time I'm doing good, I sin again. And I ask Him for forgiveness, but I'm tired of being sorry, Joe. Heaven knows I try my best to stay up on that honest road.
Chris, what would be a desired outcome for you of that cut as people would see that video? Is there any desired outcome that you would like to see people take away from it, perhaps?
The first thing that comes to mind is that we are ambassadors for Christ. We're His billboards here on earth, and I was telling someone the other day just how important it is for us to just be light in dark places. I feel like a lot of times we try to, as Christians sometimes we try to remove ourselves from the world completely and start our own Christian things, and it's just like we're only reaching one another. But I think it's important that Christians stay in the workplace and Christians stay out in the world and field, you know, so that others can see the light of Christ, the love of Christ, and, you know, one day share the same stories as many Christians, you know, that conversion story.
Times I find myself battling with a lot of things internally, you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth with my decisions in life, you know what I'm saying? Yo, hear me out, let's go. Let them know the deal, let them know Chris. Tell them how it feels, Chris. Yeah. Let them know the cost to follow Christ, the man some realness. Tell them about the price he pays, tell them about the license. Yeah, now you know that rugged cross on Calvary for heaven's sake. Tell them about His gentleness, tell them about His patience, tell them about His everlasting love that conquers hatred. Let them know Chris, tell them about His faithfulness. Let's go. Tell them about His greatness. Go ahead Chris, tell them Chris, man, don't keep them waiting. Don't keep them waiting. Hey yo, oftentimes I find myself battling myself, trying to walk the straight and narrow, reaching out to God for help me, Lord. Hit the flesh with the word, trying to magnify the spirit. Hear my spirit talking to me, but my flesh ain't trying to hear it. Chris, go and share the gospel with His people, man, they need you, Chris. Share the love of God with them and pray that they receive. Come on, man, I can't. What you mean you can't? The Lord is with you, bro. Yeah, I know, but lately I've been struggling with my physical. How I'm supposed to go and tell the world about the Christ when I'm struggling within myself and I ain't even right. Yeah, that's true, but remember Christ paid the price for sin, that's right? True. Yeah, but every time I'm doing good, I sin again. And I ask Him for forgiveness, but I'm tired of being sorry, Joe. Heaven knows I try my best to stay up on that honest road. Man, I feel your pain, Chris.
'em waiting.
Man, Lord, I've been dealing with so much in my life lately, Lord God. It's been so hard to hear your voice, Lord. I just need an answer from you, God. Please help me, Lord God.
Open up that first John 1:9, one time. You'll find if we confess our sins, we'll get that dual shine. Purifying us from all unrighteousness around us. We was lost in darkness, flipped the switch and then he found us. Kicking in our blood, we was missing in the flood. Then he sent them life rafts, now we dripping in his love. Like a deuce, we got peace with the truth in the street. Gonna share that good news with those beautiful feet that he talks about in Romans 10. Cause how they gon' believe it if we ain't out here preaching it, bringing people in?
Go get 'em.
Faith comes from hearing the message.
That's right.
And the message is heard through the word, which is Christ, often neglected. Let them know the deal, Chris. Tell them how it feels, Chris. Let them know the cost to follow Christ, the man some real. Tell them about the price he paid. Tell them about the life he saved. Dying on that rugged cross on Calvary for heaven's sake. Tell them about his gentleness. Tell them about his patience. Tell them about his everlasting love and condescension. Tell them about his faithfulness.
He's waiting on you,
Tell them
Chris.
about his greatness. Go
Let
ahead,
him know,
Chris.
Chris.
Tell him, Chris, man. Don't keep him waiting. Don't keep him waiting.
Every time I try to do right, evil's right there by my side. Lord, delight in
I wanna do your will, Lord.
the law and work in me. Wage a war against my mind, keeping me
It's hard, God. It's hard. I need you, Lord.
Rescue me from death. All glory be to God through Jesus Christ.
And yo, curse is the man who finds strength up in the flesh. As soon as that happens, nothing's left but regret. Please try to stay focused while I got you in the light.
Come on, Chris.
Please don't go back into that darkness. Let them know the deal, Chris. Tell them how it feels, Chris. Let them know the cost to follow Christ and man some real.
It's real.
Tell them about the price he paid. Tell them about the life he saved. Dying on that rugged cross on Calvary for heaven's
He
sake.
died for
Tell
you.
them about his gentleness. Tell them about his patience.
died for all
Tell
of
them
us.
about his everlasting love that conquers hatred. Tell them
He's
about
waiting
his
on you, Chris.
faithfulness. Tell them about his
Let
greatness.
'em know.
Go ahead, Chris. Tell them, Chris, man. Don't keep him waiting.
Actually, I do want to tell him. I mean, tell you.
Next victim.